Let's first get you reports from the National Capital Region. People of the National Capital Region today woke up to heavy rainfall that has been continuing since last night. Now, the Weather Department has issued a red alert, and the impact of this incessant heavy downpour has been witnessed. It has thrown normal life out of gear. There's waterlogging reported from several areas of the NCR. Traffic woes continue as well for the daily commuters. Let's take a look at these pictures, these visuals and reports coming in of the inundated roads of the national capital.
Sector 49 of Noida is completely submerged after water, and it's been continuously raining in the Delhi NCR region since yesterday. Let me straight away show you the visuals around. You can see the complete picture of the lane, how it is submerged under water, and the streets are submerged. Water levels are high across the colony, and many low-lying roads look like many rivers. Cars are finding it, cars and two-wheelers are struggling. Movement is severely restricted, and the residents are navigating carefully with water entering their homes.
6 महीने से ये बहुत बड़ी समस्या हो रही है और पानी डेली हमारे सीवर भी ओवरफुल चल रहे हैं, घरों में पानी भरा हुआ है। सुबह से हर घर 70% घरों में पानी आ चुका है, जो सीवर का भी और बारिश का भी। तो लोग सब परेशान है, इस टाइम बहुत ज्यादा परेशान है। निचली मंजिल में सब का पानी आया हुआ है गंदगी का।
सर, ये बताइए, पानी कब से मिला? आज सुबह से घरों के अंदर गया है?
रात से ही पानी अंदर ही है।
So one spell of heavy rainfall and the cracks as far as the infrastructure of the National Capital Region is concerned emerges. Of course, questions are being raised by the citizens on why is it that the infrastructure crumbles and collapses after a heavy spell. We have witnessed trees coming crashing down. There has been a massive impact as far as the daily commute is concerned. Roads are completely submerged, and that has thrown normal life out of gear. Visuals also came in from Ghaziabad. The entire city brought to a complete standstill, all because of heavy rainfall and the fact that the infrastructure just can't withstand that. There are multiple reports coming in from across the National Capital Region that highlight civic apathy. Let me in fact go across to Kritika, who's getting us more details. Kritika, there are a lot of rain-related incidents that have been reported, from waterlogging, traffic woes to trees coming crashing down. Questions being raised on the management of infrastructure. And, partly that blame, of course, also lies with the municipal corporation.
Well, absolutely. In fact, we are standing ankle deep in muddy water in Gurugram. And Gurugram, remember, has not seen any significant rainfall activity in the last 24 hours. All across us, in fact, there are two-wheelers, people on two-wheelers who are thinking about how to cross this, sir. इतना यहाँ नाला जैसा बन चुका है रोड, बारिश तो आज हुई नहीं, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये 4 दिन 5 दिन रहता है नाला ऐसे ही भरा हुआ।
एक बार की बारिश और 4-5 दिन?
5 दिन 7 दिन रहेगा, 8 दिन तक रहेगा, वैसे ही चलेगा। 3-4 रोज से तो चल रहा है पानी ऐसे ही।
3-4 दिन तक रहता है। क्या करती है फिर ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, गवर्नमेंट, सरकार क्या करे?
हम उसमें क्या जवाब दे सकते हैं? कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आप देख रहे हैं खुद।
कितने सालों से आप ये स्थिति देख रहे हैं?
मैं 3-4 साल से देख रहा हूँ स्थिति।
अभी आपका भी स्कूटर में पानी भर गया?
पानी बंद हो गया था, ये घंटे से तो किक मार रहे हैं।
घंटे भर से आपके यहाँ पर मार रहे हैं। We try and get more voices also. सर, आप बताइए, आपको भी मैं देख रही थी, आप पैदल इस पूरे पानी में आ रहे थे।
जी मैम।
हर बार का यही है?
हाँ मैम, मैं तो अभी नया आया हूँ फिलहाल। ये सर है हमारे, उनसे पूछ सकते हो, उनके तो शॉप है। मुझे वहाँ आने में दिक्कत होती है। बाइक मैंने सामने खड़ी कर रखी है।
और आपने बाइक खड़ी करी हुई है?
क्योंकि वहाँ जब ले जाऊंगा तो बंद हो जाएगा, जैसे भैया का भी स्कूटर बंद हुआ, मेरा बाइक बंद हो जाएगा।
All the two-wheelers, in fact, you can see how water is splashing as any four-wheeler or two-vehicular, in fact, commuter on a two-wheeler travels through this area. सर, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, आप यहीं के रेसिडेंट हैं, क्या बता सकते हैं आप? ट्यूलिप चौक इतना यहाँ पर मैं देख रही हूँ, बड़ी-बड़ी कॉर्पोरेट बिल्डिंगे हैं, उसके बावजूद ऐसे पानी
ज्यादा इंक्रोचमेंट है चारों तरफ। इधर भी है, इधर भी लॉक है, सामने आगे ये सारा का सारा इंक्रोचमेंट है, जिसकी वजह से वाटर लॉगिंग होता है और निकासी का कोई भी वे नहीं है अभी तक। ये पिछले 4-5 सालों से हो रहा है, जब से डेवलपमेंट हुए हैं, उसके बाद से कंडीशंस एवरी बारिश में है।
अनचेक्ड एंक्रोचमेंट आप कह रहे हैं, और कोई भी ड्रेनेज सिस्टम ना?
कोई ड्रेनेज सिस्टम नहीं है। एक ड्रेनेज सिस्टम बन रहा है ये, लेकिन पिछले 2-3 साल से काम चल रहा है और अभी तक काम कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है।
3 साल से काम चलने के बावजूद
हाफ ऑफ द एरियाज हो रखे हैं और सारा का सारा पेंडिंग पड़ा है। इनफैक्ट अभी तो हमें सोसाइटीज के सीवरेज का भी इशूज आ रहा है, बिकॉज जो पुरानी लाइनें सारी तोड़ दी गई हैं, अब सारे के सारे टैंकर से चल रहे हैं और पर मंथ 15 लाख 20 लाख का खर्च आ रहा है इन एवरी सोसाइटीज।
15-20 lakh overhead expenditure her society mein for the drainage.
This is the affordable housing. There's a tulip lemon. Here also the same thing. We are paying every month 15 lakh rupees for this drainage system. This tanker is going.
What is the response from the government? आप कह रहे 2-3 साल से काम चल रहा है. आपकी तरफ से कोई pressure, उनकी तरफ से कोई response?
कोई वेल रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है. बहुत स्लोली काम हो रहा है और हर चीज़ों के लिए डाल दीजिए. आप अपनी व्यवस्था खुद से देखो. हमने लेमन के बाहर यहाँ पे परमानेंट पंप लगा रखा है. आप देखेंगे उस साइड में परमानेंट पंप लगा रखा है और लेमन सोसाइटी इसके लिए पे कर रही है.
I will show you the visuals of the exact thing that this gentleman is also talking about. See, that is the Tulip Lemon Society that the person was pointing out. Right across the road, you will be able to see a small green tanker, which is the Nagar Nigam tanker of Gurugram. Now, this gentleman tells us that all such societies, these are the affordable ones in Gurugram. That also means running up into a few crores and lakhs as well. But even these affordable societies have to shell out 15-20 lakhs from their own pockets in order to ensure
reality of civic apathy. That's also the ugly reality of those posh locations that we are talking about. People buy homes that cost crores of rupees, and then in the name of infrastructure, this is what they get. One heavy spell of rainfall and the entire so-called posh colony gets flooded. And like the gentleman was pointing out, Kritika, after paying taxes, people also have to pay for the infrastructure and administration failure as well. Stay on with us, Kritika. Let's also take a look at visuals that came in from Delhi's east of Kailash, where a tree came crashing down and blocked a section of the road outside the National Heart Institute. And a building collapsed in Delhi's Rohini area, claiming 3 lives. Mohit is getting us more details on that. As we speak, rescue operation continues. In fact, Mohit, I'm being told a FIR has been filed and now an investigation is being carried out to determine the cause of this collapse.
Well, yes, in fact, the tree fell in East of Kailash area, and as per reports, the FIR has been filed. But we see that these kind of incidents happening on daily basis whenever it is the monsoon season. But when it comes to water logging, there have been few reports from various low-lying areas that water logging is taking place. But when it comes to the larger part of Delhi, other hotspots, the traffic seems to be clear. And the main reason could be because the rain has stopped. It has stopped raining from past 1 hour. Right now we are reporting from the lane which goes towards Minto Road, and Minto Road has been one such hotspot in Delhi from past many years, where usually we see water logging, and every year from past few years we have seen people losing their lives. So clearly, as of now, the traffic flow is smooth, but when it comes to low-lying areas, yes, there have been various news of water logging, but largely the Delhi government and the ministers are on the ground. But the main water logging is being reported from the areas of Ghaziabad, Indrapuram, Noida and Kritika, where our colleague was reporting from. But as of now, when it comes to Delhi, Parvesh Verma, PWD minister, was also at the PWD headquarters. He was, inspecting each and every location. Now, when it comes to the incident that has happened at East of Kailash, a tree fell over there on the road. The complaint has been registered. We have to wait and watch what action would be taken. But largely, as of now, there is certain relief for the people in Delhi NCR, given the fact it has stopped raining from past 1 hour and traffic flow is smooth.
Right, Mohit, stay on with us. You know, whether you live in a low-lying area or you live in a posh society, people are paying taxes for infrastructure to be built. And even when it is built, it cannot withstand just one heavy spell of rainfall. That's the ugly reality, you know, of these urban death traps and civic apathy. Stay on with us, Mohit. We have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. We're given to understand that the Chief Minister of the National Capital is on ground, and she is carrying out inspection of the drainage arrangements. So she's reviewing drainage arrangements. Rekha Gupta inspecting Shalimar village. At the moment, the Chief Minister is reviewing the arrangements over there. Let's go back to Mohit, who continues to be with us on the broadcast. Mohit, you know, people of the national capital are asking questions, not just of the municipal corporation, but of course of the Chief Minister of the government of the national capital as well. Rekha Gupta, usually also we've seen those visuals of her carrying out these surprise checks and inspections. Is
one of the hotspot in Delhi NCR. Wherever it rains heavily, the place gets inundated with water, and the water logging takes place. So she was there at Shalimar Bagh, but we are being told she's also going to the other places. But as of now, as my camera person Vimal can show you over here, the traffic flow is moved towards the Minto Road Bridge, the Connaught Place, which has also been another hotspot, and NDMC is being always accused of that, how exactly the water gets logged over there in the market. But as of now, the situation seems to be normal. But when it comes to various other areas, yes, water logging has been reported. Specifically when it comes to the NCR areas of Indrapuram, Ghaziabad, Noida, in morning there was massive traffic due to waterlogging on NH24, and evening too, when the peak hours will return from 5 to 7, again we can expect massive traffic jam if that water is not being pumped out. Back to you.
Well, as far as the weather department is concerned, they have issued a red alert, have advised people to stay home. Mohit and Kritika were getting us all the reports and updates about what's transpiring in the national capital region as far as civic apathy is concerned. Let me tell you that the rain continues to wreak havoc in the state of Maharashtra as well. In fact, there are reports coming in of a structure collapsing in Pune's Pimpri-Chinchwad area, and a lot of people were trapped under the debris. 9 of them have been rescued, but according to reports coming in, it's a race against time for the rescue operation team on ground, and they have reports that 10 to 12 people more could be trapped under the debris. So they're carrying out a rescue operation to locate those people and rescue them. Now, as far as details are concerned, we're given to understand that it was a waste-to-energy plant that collapsed in the Moshi area, and that it trapped people beneath the debris, beneath the rubble. The NDRF, along with local agencies, has been carrying out a round-the-clock operation. They're using specialized equipment to clear the debris. The visuals are on your screens. Those who have been rescued have been taken to the nearby hospitals, and there are still a lot of people who are trapped, is what we're given to understand. So rescue operations continue as we speak. Meanwhile, we have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. We're quickly shifting focus to that. We're given to understand that a 100-year-old clock tower has collapsed in Kozhikode. This old clock tower fell on a platform at the railway station. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. Those visuals are on your screens. According to reports coming in, this particular tower was already marked for demolition, and before it could be demolished by the authorities, it fell onto platform number 2. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported in the incident. But if there was a presence of a crowd over there, then this could have led to a huge loss. But thankfully, no injuries have been reported. These are visuals coming in of how the clock tower fell onto platform number 1. It was marked to be demolished. Before that could happen, the structure came crashing down. So there are multiple such reports and visuals coming in from across the country. It's not a problem which is limited to a particular city, one particular urban area. It's this civic apathy which is being reported from the national capital to the financial capital as well. Moving on, shifting our focus to more breaking inputs lined up for you on the broadcast. Now, this is about a decision that has been taken by TRAI. Let me take you through the details of the breaking input that is just coming in. So, TRAI has approached the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and they are seeking powers to regulate call management apps such as Truecaller. The move aims to prevent legitimate business calls from 140 and 1600 series numbers from being wrongly blocked. While the Ministry and the Department of Telecommunications are examining the proposal, Truecaller has cautioned that unblocking these numbers could lead to an increase in spam calls. So TRAI wants to regulate Truecaller. Truecaller has hit out at TRAI. Let me go across to Sabyasachi, who's getting us more details. And Truecaller, we know, has questioned the logic behind this move. Sabyasachi.
Well, that's right. The Truecaller have questioned the logic behind this move, and they are saying that this could increase the number of spam calls. Meanwhile, what we are learning from TRAI, the TRAI has already written a formal letter to the IT Ministry, and they have demanded that the IT Ministry should get them the status of the authorized agency, which means that they can regulate a communication app like Truecaller. Now, what TRAI exactly is saying is that there are various legitimate and legal telecompanies with the series of 1600. So Truecaller continuously are putting them on the spam list, and that is the reason why TRAI wants that there should be differentiation between the illegal and the legal telecommunication companies, telemarketing companies, as well as the bank. And that is the reason why they want that this regulation should happen, and that is the reason why they have written this letter to the IT Ministry and have asked the status from the IT Ministry. Meanwhile, the IT Ministry is also having a discussion with TRAI and also the Department of Telecom, and soon they are going to regulate communication management app very soon.
Right. Now, as far as Truecaller is concerned, Sabyasachi, like we were just discussing, that Truecaller clearly isn't happy with this decision, and Truecaller believes that there's no logic, no sense behind it. They're also saying that this is going to increase the number of spam calls that the users get. That the company was also throwing around some data, some figures, suggesting, according to reports, that Truecaller blocks calls, and on a daily basis, if Truecaller does not do that, then such spam calls mount to over 1 lakh a day.
Well, that's right. See, in the last 6 months itself, the numbers that TRAI has given, around 51 million calls have been blocked. Now, there are two angles. What Truecaller is saying that various customers are completely frustrated, whether it is the telemarketing company or bank, they are completely frustrated, and that is the reason why they put it in the spam list. But here, what TRAI is saying that the people who have the series number of 140 and 1600, they are legitimate. They are regulated because Absolutely. They have sought this number from
Right. Well, let's see how the Ministry and the Department of Telecommunication looks at this particular proposal. Sabyasachi, thank you very much for getting us the details. We are moving on, shifting our focus to breaking inputs coming in from the state of Maharashtra, where a meeting between Sharad Pawar, the NCP SP chief, and Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, has clearly upset Mr. Sanjay Raut, who ended up taking a jibe at Sharad Pawar and said Sena UBT's sentiments have been hurt. Let's go across to Arunil, who's getting us more details. Just a couple of days back, Arunil, if I remember clearly, Sanjay Raut was talking about smaller parties that came out of Congress to merge back into Congress, and he said that senior leaders like Mr. Sharad Pawar should lead this initiative. Today, Sanjay Raut says that Sena UBT is hurt, and he's taking jibes at Sharad Pawar, who met Eknath Shinde. What's happening behind the scenes?
Well, good afternoon to you, Swati. This is in reference to the last evening meeting between Sharad Pawar and the Deputy CM of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde. When asked about it, Sanjay Raut basically said that Sharad Pawar is giving importance to Eknath Shinde. Who is Eknath Shinde? Then he mentioned about some of the legendary political leaders from Maharashtra. Is he Vasantdada Patil? Is he similar to Yashwantrao Chavan? Why basically given honor to a traitor? This is what Sanjay Raut asked, and also said that if Sharad Pawar does this, then it hurts the sentiments of the UBT faction of the Shiv Sena. There are multiple reports also, Swati, which basically have been suggesting that there is a big possibility that Sharad Pawar may join hands with the NDA. The 8 MPs that Sharad Pawar has is extremely significant for the NDA. Amidst these reports, when Eknath Shinde and Sharad Pawar meet, it seems like it has miffed the UBT faction, and Sanjay Raut has openly spoken about the dissatisfaction in their camp, and it also basically speaks volume about the rift that has been opening up within the Mahavikas Aghadi.
Absolutely, but then Mr. Sanjay Raut also needs to understand, perhaps he does, that Sharad Pawar is that political figure who is known to have good relations with many leaders from across political parties. Stay on with us, Arunil. I believe we have a reaction of Mr. Sanjay Raut.
त्यांनी काय करावं हा त्यांचा पक्षाचा प्रश्न आहे, पण एकनाथ शिंदेंच्या चालना तुम्ही जाता आणि तुमच्या पक्षाची बैठक घेता हे शिवसेनेला दुखावणार आहे.
Moving on now, shifting our focus to more breaking inputs on the broadcast, and this is about fresh firing which has been reported from Pak-occupied Jammu Kashmir. We're also given to understand that 2 people were killed in the fire that was opened by the Pakistani Rangers. The protesters were injured in clashes that were reported. So tension escalates in Pak-occupied Jammu Kashmir. The protest turned violent, after which we're given to understand that the situation reached a point where firing was opened, and that led to the killing of 2 people. Let's go across to Ankit, who's joining us on the broadcast. Well, Pak-occupied Jammu Kashmir has been on the boil from the past couple of months. People have been hitting the streets, chanting slogans against the Pakistani army, against the Pakistani government there. Now we're given to understand a fresh incident of firing and people being killed is being reported from over there.
Yes, absolutely. From last 38 days, there has been a massive unrest in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But today, there has been a fresh firing which has been reported in the Rawalakot area of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, in which 2 youths have been killed by the Pak Rangers. Their names are Sardar Nasir, and the Wajid is the second person who has been identified. What we are learning is that there has been a massive unrest in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Joint Action Awami Committee has given an ultimatum to the Islamabad. But what we are learning is that the ultimatum given by the Joint Action Awami Committee is over today. There has been a massive unrest in different parts of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But yes, there has been a fresh firing which has been reported in the Rawalakot area of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, in which 2 youths have been killed by the Pak Rangers.
Absolutely, Ankit. So you're saying that a protest was called by the JAC. The protest turned violent and the Pakistani Rangers opened fire. And in this particular firing, 2 people were killed. Now that certainly is going to lead to more action on ground, more reactions coming in, and definitely there will be outrage over the issue. We'll keep tracking all the developments. Ankit, thank you for getting us the details. Quick break with that. We have a lot more lined up on the other side as well. Stay on with us.